back line here and such a powerful front line to protect it. I really like the straightforwardness of WE's composition.
Yeah, from sort of the Azir one-trick perspective, this Orianna did just come off of a base. She's even got the mid wave pushed in. Bot lane had that wave pushed in pretty well as in addition to that, so I don't think you can really contest here as WE. And this is, again, a good early game start.
Chains of Corruption coming on out, going to find Yao Yao, but that is the only target. True Shot Barrage goes on across, doesn't land on a feather, does get on.
Make his way to his first few items. I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually has like a half item lead over Ryan.
Nice decimating smash found there by Cube. Wasn't quite ready with the Soul Furnace follow-up. There's going to be a Solar Flare coming on out, and Yao Yao just trying to make the dive happen, and he will. Clips is a hell of a drug there. Lets him tank up that turret all day long, and it is a kill.
I mean, you can't really survive that as Ryan. He cleanses the Leona ult. Here we go.
He's going to be shoveled back on in. Haru trying his best to escape. Flashes away, but Cataclysm matches on top of him. Shockwave, too little, too late. Karis.
Yeah, pretty negative outlook here for the top side of TT.
Certainly, his Feather a little bit caught out in the middle of 3 members of WE, but Junhao and Haru going to be able to show up here, give him a little bit of backup. Going to be trying to run interference for the rest of his squad is Yao Yao. Shockwave back on in. Knocked up, taken down. Junhao claims himself that kill, and WE a little bit split in that river fight, not able to give the support that Yao Yao needed.
Okay, TT, that's pretty good, but they do still have the ultimates here for Azir Jarvan. Ezreal's is coming up as well. I'd like to see the 3v4 contest. Here comes Sion.
TP, yeah, but Cube gonna get interrupted. Keshi uses the Ruthless Predator, interrupts the TP, but the engage coming through anyway. Shuffle back in. Karis gets everybody into the middle of the Jarvan Cataclysm, and they're just going to line him up and knock him down for a bout. I think that's a triple kill over to him. Yao Yao comes through onto Feather. Karis cleans up that kill, and that is 4 down for ThunderTalk. Miracle win for this game. They already find themselves firmly in control, and ThunderTalk are the ones who need to try to find a way back into this.
Yeah, we got a way back in cooking right now, Gordo.
Cube up in the front line. Shockwave connects onto 2, but they're both very tanky, and Feather, through the Unbreakable Will, has taken more damage than anybody. Junhao throws him back in, looking to get onto Cube. Keshi finds the stun onto Yao Yao, and that will be the first kill of the fight. Monkey going to commit the Cataclysm, lock down Junhao, and About will be able to finish off the kill. Monkey wants some more. Flags and drags forward. True Shot Barrage picks off the cow. 2 for 1 so far, and WE not looking to slow down. Haru isolated, but able to avoid that shot from About that could have put him in the dinner bell is a ringing. Monkey ready to start this one up, and it's going to be a TP back after the recall for Karis if necessary, just to make sure that they're going to be able to secure this one. But it doesn't look like ThunderTalk are even going to be able to muster themselves much of a defense. They finish it off, About and Monkey in no time flat, and WE with a second dragon and continuing to take down these outer turrets.
Yeah, so in terms of the ways back into the game, you're going to need to find some
back
kind of
onto the Baron. This time it's 4v5.
Yeah, this is totally a masterclass. They're just forcing the enemy team to have no vision of them. That's why they've been going in for the past couple minutes. And as TT, you're going to have to find a way in.
Keshi trying to find a creative angle in here, but it might be too little too late. Junhao already in the front line, shuffled back by Karis. Karis goes into the stasis as the jungler drops. In goes Monkey, attacking the back line. Ryan left to fight alone as his mid laner already dropped, and that's a 5-for-0 ace to WE.
Yeah, extremely well played across. From that, he has plenty of uptime there to just be standing there, just completely taking space, then using the Seeker's Arm Guard as well. I think the way that he set himself up here with all this utility, with the Rylai's, with the Merc Treads, with the Seekers, he's just able to do stuff like that.
Oh, Feather found again and just melted through the Unbreakable Will. Yao Yao and About, damage in spades to be able to deal with the Alistair. And now they get to continue on this siege. Ryan going to be the target, hit by the Unstoppable Onslaught. Chain CC'd and melted down by Monkey and Cube. 2 different pairs of WE members find 2 different kills. And they now are just sieging the base completely uncontested. 1 play to go in this mid lane inhibitor turret, and Karis still pushing on the bottom side.
Yeah, and I think Sion was the perfect champion to draft for Cube. He is cooking this game, and every single thing that he is doing is just making his team even easier to win. It looks like they have advantages all across the board. I think that, yeah, this was really well played out of WE.
Yeah, absolutely here. Just going to take themselves each and every inhibitor that they can before retreating back. But hopefully going to get that one back here before too long. I'm pretty sure WE are still winning, Bulls. I'll take a solid bet on that.
Yeah, I mean, I've just pulled up the LPL English, and it looks like we're killing an Orianna right now. The score's 16-3. We've got a 15K gold lead. We've got 12 Medjai stacks. We're probably about to get even more Medjai stacks. I mean, this one is all she wrote. There's literally not one single thing that could possibly done to come back from this one. If you're TT, I think you take your hopes and you transfer them to next game, because you can still find a way to win this series. They had some kind of a look. They got that first Drake. They were able to poise themselves for victory in the early game, but just seemed that this mid lane and this bot lane was just too hard to handle. Keshi held his own, but his team did not hold up their end of the bargain here. So looks like WE is going to walk away the victors.
Yep, they will be able to easily close out this game. A 16K gold lead at the end of the day for WE. And I think this was the cleanest game we've seen from them. Solid this game, but Feather going to snap up the Braum instead, give them a little bit of additional disengage power otherwise, and will be set up
able to set himself up with a jungle advantage. We saw that happen last game too. Junhao was able to generate a slight advantage over Monkey, but his team just kind of lost out in their lanes. Sort of like what we're seeing up here. I wouldn't be too concerned. Actually, probably I would, given Viego's proximity. I would say the Rumble heals this back up, but when Monkey's here, this is bad.
Yeah, Keshi just taking a rough trade there. Going to have to flash away. Going to get matched by Cube. Stunned, executed, first blood.
Captain Jacket, but you do kind of want to be having your cleanse up. So with that being such a favorable trade down there, typically blue side is better at taking grubs and red side better at taking Drake.
Ooh, Monkey
spot him
found
out here.
Feather going to get stunned on up even through the Unbreakable. Now gets pulled in by the Magnet Storm.
Oh, this is
trying
good.
desperately to get back away. Monkey flashes forward, finishes him off, but will get killed to the backside. And the Cyclone spinning across the team. Gonna hand over a double kill to Ryan.
Win the fight and probably the whole game thereafter, but you don't get the reset. It's chopped, you die, and you're not too happy. So really clutch exhaust, really good for TT. Let's see if they get all 3 grubs or just 2.
One grubby already down, make that 2 here, but this is where Monkey is going to look to claim it. No, it goes the way of Junhao, but it might cost him his life. Karis is all over him. He's going to fall down. Big all-out found by Cube, pulls Keshi into the middle of the crew for a second, and they're going to look for more. Realm Warp in towards Hero and Feather. They will be able to get themselves out of there, but WE a quick 2 kills as recompense for those grubs.
Yeah, the grubs feel great, but perhaps they overstayed their welcome. Ryan, I think, might... Ooh, I was going to say might have him here, but he does get the flash out. Oh, this is a good look as well.
What an overstay from Monkey.
That's
here,
a Monkey play if I've ever seen one.
Oh, boy.
You do all right. You can just keep proccing first strike, generating gold. You're going to be strong against everybody else, aside from this full MR Cassante.
Feather face checking into 3 members of WE here, but he seems to want the fight. Goes for the Glacial Fissure, lands it onto Yao Yao. Junhao trying to focus his damage through on towards that Rel as well. And Junhao will claim the kill, but they finish off Hiru on the opposite side, and Hiru going to end up falling on down. Now going to be a good attempt at this dragon here for Monkey, but gonna have to brawl with the jungler first. Karis is just one shot. They smite down onto the dragon. Does go the way of Monkey, and he gets himself another reset. What else can he find? Heartbreaker forward. Another kill. Another reset. Monkey demolishes the dragon fight. A triple kill on the VA.
It's totally fine. No, it's not. He just completely procs, passive, triumph, takes everybody's soul, and then some. Super well played to Monkey, completely clutching that fight.
Really, really well done by Monkey. And oh, Keshi at risk of getting solo killed here. Does manage to survive.
Gets way too out of control. He's got the Sundered Sky now. How can you even keep up?
Yeah, it looks like they made another play in towards the bot lane here too to just keep on bullying Haru. And Haru does drop down.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think they are. You know, trading this bot tower for the Rift Herald is pretty good. I really like Rift Herald overall as an objective. You know, it feels kind of... Okay. Let's take a look at this first.
Yeah, Root connects, and this might just be a dead Keshi. I mean, Monkey is so strong here on these item spikes. He flashes forward, he gets one reset. It is onto the Rumble, and he doesn't take the turret aggro. Now has to Heartbreaker back away, trying to escape, but Junhao gets the bonk before it is too late. And now Karis might be next on the menu, channeling the Realm Warp, hiding out in the corner, but Junhao will find him.
He's so threatening to take care of, and that is exactly what TT needed. You know, WE just overstepped a bit, and we got another problem on the Rift here.
Feather going to be able to stay alive for a while. Wow, about Killer Instinct forward right into the face of ThunderTalk, and Haru is there to punish. Quick kill going over to TT, and now Cube might be up too far as well. Trying to buy some time for Monkey. In goes Yao Yao. Magnet Storm onto 4. Triple stun from Cube, but Monkey is scattered back away. Haru staying strong, creating the fight lines. 2 more kills to ThunderTalk.
Yeah, and out of nowhere, one play in the top side, one in the bot side, ThunderTalk just starts running away with this game. They've got a gold lead, and they just summon the Rift Herald. They can probably get even more work done with this here. I mean, I guess it's just W rage bait from Feather. He's like, oh no, you caught me recalling, and suddenly, about steps too far, completely walks into Ryan's waiting arms there just to kill him, and we might have another blunder here. What is going on, Gordo?
Yeah, Monkey just feeling too overconfident, I suppose, with the amount of kills he picked up earlier. Just hands over another one, and I think that was even a small, error there from ThunderTalk. They were going to be able to knock him up with the Rift Herald, just barely shorted it, and it didn't even matter. They didn't need to try to retain some control over the top side river, but all of ThunderTalk are here. Equalizer going to come on across. Monkey and About trying to escape. Flash from Keshi makes the pick onto About, and down goes the carry. Yao Yao now next up on the menu. Karis going to try to help out his support, but he's done for. Haru claims the kill.
Yeah, they're just cooking, and I was just going to say how aptly named Monkey with About off the screen and Yao Yao off the screen. Those are 2 people in the graveyard and 2 less people to stop TT from taking the Baron.
Oh, a pick onto Ryan, though. Monkey back alive.
Monkey giveth.
Makes a play. And
Magic boots. So you see he's even able to increase that gold lead with the GA pickup. He's got some extra items in his inventory. He's pretty darn strong, Gordo. So I think, and that's also the nature of Viego. You can solo carry games with this champ. All you need to do is just set yourself up for 1 reset. As long as it's onto a good champ, 1 reset can become a pentakill. So I think if there's anyone on the Viego, regardless of the mistakes he made earlier in this game, there's anybody you want in the clutch on the Viego. I honestly low-key think it's Monkey. I say that, but he's he's
all right. Hey, yeah. He escaped. He got out of there, but now the Heartbreaker's on cooldown, and the rest of ThunderTalk are using this Baron to siege onto this inner turret. 3 plates already down, soon to be 4. They might just claim this whole damn thing. Karis working on an inner turret of his own up on the top side, so it is a little bit of a trade, but ThunderTalk still have Baron at their backs. They're not going to slow down on this push. We need to mount some kind of defense.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why their towers are just falling all across the map here is Karis chose to play offense instead of defense. I honestly like it. That's kind of how I tend to play these situations. You can even give up the inhib if need be. I would imagine TT goes straight for the Drake because it's a pretty big price to pay, spending the extra.
A little bit far away from the rest of the team. Monkey already starting to poke that dragon. TP blown from Haru, and now TP comes in here from the Rumble as well. Keshi showing on up to this fight. It's going to be a full-on 5-on-5. Yao Yao looking for a deep flank angle as he gets into the enemy jungle. Harassment coming in from the flank. Look at Yao Yao as he looks to try to find a way to get the massive Magnet Storm on across. Now he's behind enemy lines. Up in the front line is Cube. He finds 1 stun. Magnet Storm comes on across. Feather, the only one locked down. About launches himself into the back line. Keshi going to throw on down that equalizer, and the rest of WE going to have to get away from it. About cut off from the rest of the team. Going to be able to make it a 1-for-1 with Keshi as the first reset of the fight comes through for Monkey. Realm Warp out away, trying to chase down Junhao. Comes out of Karis, but that means he's left Monkey all on his own. WE split themselves apart at the seams during the fight, but
solo carry games with a lead, it is Viego. So it's just the Monkey show this game, Gordo. It really is.
Yeah, finding a double stun. Scat of the Week goes wide. They find Haru on the backside, and they will get the first execute of the fight. Monkey gonna get focused down, though. He drops in pretty short order, and Karis doing his best to pump out the damage on the machine gun mage. Gets a set across, but Junhao will finish him as he's finished 2 others. Triple
Drake is
kill.
spawning in 2 minutes. That is the main win condition. And, you know, obviously TT is going to be able to set themselves up in the river, have first priority control over the area, over the vision. They can control the space.
Bank, but instead, WE are kind of avoiding the fight entirely. They're going to just try to race through mid, but they're up against Baron and 3 Grubs. They will not win this race. They've got to get back here. They're going to lose their bot lane inhibitor.
Yeah, you're going to be losing inhibitors here, but you just have to find a way to contest this Drake. I feel like if you lose this Drake, you lose. Obviously, if you lose your Nexus, you lose. That's what TT wants to do here.
Going to start channeling the recall from about. He obviously does not have access to the teleport, so it's going to be a while away. Cube takes a big chunk of damage from Keshi and Ryan. Finally about able to return and try to rain through a little bit of the damage that these APWs can provide. TP in from behind. Cube looking for the flank. WE looking for a big fight here. Dashing forward. Cube trying to find the stun. He manages to get it onto Ryan. Ryan isolated back away. Magnet Storm connects across the team fight. Karis going to stay there, continue to fire away, and WE have found the team fight that they needed. Karis coming in from the side, picks himself up a triple kill. It is a clean
They get the Dragon Soul Goro from that position. Are you kidding me?
Karis biding his time.
Yeah, you guys don't belong here, man. And just Magnet Storms all of them.
Dragon Soul now to WE. One more thing I want to highlight from Karis in that last fight.
He's going to get the death cap. Kaisa being one of the best champs with the extra inventory slot, I don't think he's going to make it that far. We definitely have a look on Cube here, by the way.
Yeah, Cube getting collapsed on. Realm Warp is coming on over, though. Karis is here to back up his top laner. Can Cube stay alive for long enough? Concussive Blow's going to hold him still, and Haru claims the kill. 4 versus 5 on the map. ThunderTalk.
So it should be relatively even. We're going to see a contest here.
Monkey going to look for the steal at the very least. Baron dropping lower and lower. Karis steps on up. Going to get knocked up by Feather. He has to flash back away, but now can find an opportunity to pump out the damage. About dashes forward. Magnet Storm on through the rest of the team, but torching the entire crew is Keshi. The respawns come on through. None of them are enough, but Monkey finds himself another reset. It's a triple kill to Ryan, but Monkey still staying alive. Still such a massive threat, and has stalled out the Baron. Jumps over the wall, gets back over with
advantage. We got elixirs across the board here. Here we go.
Yeah, kind of finds Keshi off on his own, and I mean, this is a full-on pick. He goes into the stasis trying to buy time for the rest of the team to bail him out, but about going to finish him off in no time flat, and this is right as the Elder Dragon is spawning. ThunderTalk without one of their major damage dealers, and the poke from about starting to land. Yao back to his old tricks, but this time on Vision. Can he find a pathway in to engage?
I mean, Cube has the Infinity Stone of Shield right now.
Oh, Haru isolated out. Karis nearly one-shots him, and that's the go button for WE, baby. Yao will take any target he can find, as will Cube. Dashes forward to find the stun across multiple members. Ryan pops the Transcendence to be able to create a little bit of space. Nobody else on ThunderTalk going to fall, but now the Dragon easier than ever to start up and claim for WE.
Yeah, they're sprinting to the Baron. They took the mid wave. There's just no way they have enough time. If anybody breathes on Haru, he just dies, by the way. If someone even so much as flicks him, he will die.
And there's Yao and Cube thrown right into the middle of everybody. Haru going to be able to zone us away from the Heartbreaker, but Monkey was waiting for him all along. Feather going to be next up on the menu, starting to burn down to that Elder damage, and they did manage to cut Junhao away from the rest of the team. Mega Blast Cones let him get that distance, but this Baron is now WE's.
Yeah, they are going to get both of the OP objectives, with the third one in tow being the Dragon Soul. You have absolutely everything you could possibly have in a League of Legends match to end the game. Now let's just see if they can...
And now that might just have kind of unrecoverable consequences for the rest of TT up against this triple epic buff WE squad. They take down 2 inhibitors. Baron buff on these minions, going to try to close this one out if they can find the team fight that they need. Poke damage starting to come through from about. Lands onto Haru and will take him down to about half HP. They don't need to slow down here either. Their frontliners still at pretty good health totals, and none of this harassment starting to connect on through. Karis with all of of his cooldowns up and available. Going to continue to push on up with these Baron minions, and they're going to start to work onto the Nexus turrets. Feather taking a little bit of harassment here, but nobody wanting to fully commit to the engage quite yet. First Nexus turret going to fall on down. Void Spike still connecting here. These Void Seekers pushing back TT as this long-range damage source that they just can't respond to.
Oh, they're out of towers. They're out of room to run.
Finally, Yao Yao going to pull the trigger about right onto the back line. Flashes forward looking for Ryan. Doesn't get much done. Goes to the
Oak-centered Ziggs as well in the later part of the game. And you also get the Ziggs into the Azir matchup.
This is a great front to back. Either have something into it or be able to play it. Bit of posturing here around the Dragon.
Yeah, they really
More
are.
JDG members.
Everybody's down for the party here, apparently. Viper going to be a little bit delayed to it. I missed the headbutt pull there from Vampire. Trying to catch Gala out. He's going to have to flash out of the pit here. He is just by himself. He's going to have to do it, and now Shun has forced the flash of a major carry for JDG, and On going to pressure on the other side of the fight while BLG start up the Dragon.
Nice little push out. BLG are able to... Oh, Viper takes a big
not gonna do it.
chunk there. Yeah, a bit risky. There is a level 6 on Shun.
Knight trying to deliver Hongq straight to Shun, but not enough distance there. I like the idea of the play. The Grand Starfall going to be used. He just got level 6. He knows Gala has no flash. Gala going to be instantly punished for his flashless summoner, and that's Shun on the
top side. But he has ult back up again, and again, these carries have no flashes. Looking for a dive, though.
Yeah, Junja has circled around bot side. Headbutt pull comes through and beautifully executed onto Viper. Viper will fall. Vampire not going to go down to the turret shots, and the minions tank the rest of it.
And now they're getting the Drake, so levying a little bit of that pressure.
Hey, the guy is strutting his stuff. He's picking all kinds of picks. This is his 9th unique champion pick this split so far. And now On going for a play on to Gala here with the Grand Starfall coming from Chun. The exhaust is already down, and that's going to be enough damage from BLG to pick up Gala. A little bit of redemption play on the bot lane, 2v2, but now it's a 3v1 against Vampire, and he will be chunked down to a double kill for Viper. Take this turret down here. Yeah.
It's a 1k lead for ADC that is now gone. Bin TP's down. Hongq
was it worth
okay.
it, Hongq? Was it worth it? Can he get out? Alcove Gaming. The rest of the Wambulance is on its way for Hongq. Vampire's going to stop soon, but I don't think they save Hongq. And unfortunately, Hongq has now been introduced to the power of the top lane. And Bin will actually get himself a kill here.
First neutral objective of this series. So finding some punchback, but look at BLG.
Vampire's got a massive flank on Knight. He has no idea he's there. He's going to instantly instinct flash away from it. Although Rift Herald will go the way of JDG. Gala is the target of BLG. They have ripped and roared, and they have teared into him now. As the eye will be secured by Junja. Really heads up play there to go grab that one. Flashes out from JDG will mean that they get away with only losing Gala.
It's kind of a flip of the script here, Mazel. Hang on. Let me catch
By the way,
face.
6 flashes just got burned. And Vampire, unfortunately, doesn't have his anymore.
Well, he'll be able to get out to a high win percentage. I think it's 70% nearly, or 70-odd%. And Shun uses the ult into mid lane, but nice cover from Vampire. This is the kind of the problem, though, with this JDG Gala. They just go in on him. He has flash up. He wastes it.
Oh!
Still dies. Shun
almost had a deja vu there. Almost a pick onto Gala in the end. Rift Herald got used by JDG in mid lane. Hongq's going to try to sneak up to take this one. He might give his life for it. Okay, he's going to walk away safely over towards Junja. So that'll be a second turret for the Zig. So trying to chunk back this gold lead.
Now, this is something I've been thinking about. I feel like there's been way too many Chemtech Souls so far this season. I feel like every second game it's Chemtech Soul. Knight.
Oh, he stopped. What? That was such a big brain play from Knight. He knows he can't get pushed, so he gets pushed upwards into the other side of the ultimate. My God, take a picture, because that was...
Again, these on-stage reps. That was even gold before that play. Knight now up.
Front of JDG. They're going to continue to try to push this one as well. BLG looking for a dive on bot side. Grand Starfall going to be used. They're moving on to Xiaosu. He's just completely locked down. Will go down, but now the TP coming in from JDG. Reinforcements have arrived. Sound the horn. As now Gala, he was those reinforcements, but he will be brought down to the dirt just like his friend. And that is going to be 2 kills to BLG. The lead ballooning to over 4,000 gold now, and they could even push this tier 2 if they want to.
It's the side lane pressure, Mazel. The side lane access with Shun, with this Azir, with this Rakan as well, that provides so much threat onto the backline of JDG. Yes, in lane, they're strong. Out of lane or in these side lanes, they're not. Junja
going to get caught too. Uses the Crescent Guard really nicely onto both members, but now Knight is right in his face. A little bit of damage back down, and Vampire can do nothing but watch. He goes in late, trying to get the kill there in the end, but Unbreakable will be popped. Mega Inferno Bomb going to be dashed and flashed out of by On. JDG can't find any recompense.
In this game, the carries are very good late game. There's just nothing that JDG can do when these side lanes are affected. Gala TP's in, the tower is alive, but back at live, Honku again is the side lanes.
What did I say like a minute ago? He has no more flash. They will just find the pick. And this...
If there was a Nocturne, you could answer it somehow. The Ryze is very tanky. He's got his own global to get out. He has objective bounty for game. Sounds like a worth trade to me. Earlier, I was talking about the gold lead for BLG. It was a scary number, but it wasn't on important members. It is ability to pick this champion away and look this good. Junja. Oh, they try.
They did. Okay, we're going to get the all-in here, or the all-out, if you will, by Ben on the Xiaoxu. Xiaoxu feeling like he could take that fight. He does have his second item completed there with that Bloodletters, and does have the rest of JDG streaming up here to try to join him. Now Ben's going to be caught. He's going to have to try to take the fight and get the kill. Xiaoxu got to burn him down with the flame. Gets clapped! That's huge from Ben to get the kill back in a 1v1. Massive stuff.
That is the Ben we've been missing in 2025. He looks so much more awake, so much more alive in these series. A crucial weak side. You could argue that the stuff he gets is too unfair. He gets infinite mana, no mana, true damage on W, a bunch of healing, cooldown
You're not making
reduction.
your case very good here. I'm just saying, Jay.
I think it's fun to watch. Vampire.
All right, well, BLG thinks it's fun to take a fight here as Chains of Corruption is going to massively strike BLG in the face. They get 2 kills off of it. That's Shun.
Okay.
And On down, and Viper's going to get chased down too from like a 7,000 gold lead down to 4.
Soul. You can make these plays. Ben doesn't want to let this go. There's no jungler. How did BLG do anything here?
I mean, Ben is pretty mega right now. He's looking to activate Giga Ben status here. He does have the all-out. He's going to go for the damage onto Junja. Junja is there to smite it away. He gets the Baron down. Knight can't get the kill on a Honku. Meanwhile, Ben is trying to tear them apart in the pit. This is so split from the solo laners of BLG. If they had worked together, maybe things had gone better.
There is a lot of damage from this backline. It's a Ziggs poke Varus. Back at live on his court.
They're going to catch On again. Mega Inferno Bomb going to be dashed out of, but now Shun is in trouble. They are just desperately trying to find an exit here. Knight will be able to be there to escort Shun out of the fight, but this is a massive gold swing, and after all of that, JDG are about to take back the gold lead. Dragon 20 is up. It would be a sole point for BLG, but they're threatening to push down mid lane. Meanwhile, Junja is just going to start the Dragon up. No vision on this side of the map by BLG, but On is on a massive flank.
So much poke, Mazel. This flank could be important, but BLG can't walk into this amount of damage. It's dark on the bot side of the map, though. Here comes On.
They're forcing it. They don't need to fight this, and they just force their hand. Chains of Corruption comes in. Ben's getting chunked here, but all the damage onto Ben is fine with them. As Shun blocks the damage from the Mega Inferno Bomb, Ben will finally fall. That will also be On getting caught by a latent bomb throw from Honku, and that front to back is starting to work out. The flash play from Junja. They're going to chase down Viper.
Who can follow that? Shun, maybe? A Rabadons for Knight would be nice to finish, but you lose all control of the map. Knight,
like, what? He just goes in, has to use his and then Shun comes over the top. He's going to immediately have to block back, but the Crescent Guard's going to be used. The Equalizer on top of it all. Mega Inferno Bomb as well, doing so much damage. Honku is officially online, and I don't know what BLG just did, but it was not good. JDG will take that 10 times out of 10, and now it's going to be...
heroically save his mid laner, who is completely safe, sacrifices himself. Nice catch.
And now he's going to have to flash out of that one. Decent amount of damage back on a Vampire. Another big tool there used was the GA for Shun. I feel like GA unlocks the Pantheon so much in these fights. Now that won't be available, and Shun himself isn't available now. Baron is on the table, about a minute and a half for the Dragon.
The poke is relentless from JDG. They have to send it. They're running out of time. Soul in 3.5 minutes. Baron is up. JDG just biding their time.
Junja going for a fight on, but yeah, that's something we talked about in the draft as well, is like JDG have that kind of bend, don't break situation where if BLG go too far, then they can fully punish, and now Junja is going to have to burn his crescent guard here. Both GAs are going to be up and available. Shun's has come back, so he's waited out the timer now. Unfortunately, no real
some abilities to throw in and check if they hit. If they are in a position that they can hold a line and BLG have to walk in, it's very difficult because of the poke, but the squishiness of JDG means that Vampire has to be the one to walk in. He does have that ult available, so pretty tanky. Bin
willing to go in onto Bin. That chunking damage coming through now. Bin very low. Mega Inferno Bomb's going to chunk on too. He's going to burn.
It's huge.
He's not going to go down, but it's Knight that they find the pick on. He's going to flash. He's going to use his shifting sands. He's going to get out, but Bin is now got the flames at his back. There's the Emperor's Divide used, but Knight gets flashed on by Junja, and now JDG will go right back to Baron.
The head of BLG cut off here before the Baron has started up. Viper will get the mid-tier 2 as a consolation prize, but the Baron will be on all 5 Mazel. Soul is 2 minutes away, and JDG for Knight. When Knight is dead here, there is not enough agency on this BLG roster.
Oh,
this is painful.
God.
That is painful. Level 20
How
Rumble
are you
season 6
in all
TP.
of LPL, if not just this season, and Viper's just way overextended, trying to get a little bit of minions there, and it might have just thrown the game.
I mean, down 3,000 gold. As an ADC player myself, can't fault him there, but it will be a big fault as BLG now, who could have potentially held their position. Knight's chunked again. He's the target. Knight falls. The game is over.
They got to take a fight. They have to do something here. JDG pushing them against the walls. Ben just gets locked out, and Vampire's running rampant. Knight tries to get in, and his 0% win rate this split on the Azir will continue to reign supreme. Honkyu comes out the better of it. JDG find a Galio that has been locked in for Honkyu.
Fallen off a little bit, but I mean, I wanted roaming mid, play with your Yunara. There is, it could
constantly
be
on bot side. They have free movement towards the scuttle. It will mean though that Honkyu got that re-push in mid lane, so he'll be here as well.
He hit level 6, should level 6 here off this crab.
Shun did end up getting that, and there goes the engaged, the unstoppable force being used, and now the damage from Viper is really reigning supreme here. Honkyu can't run away, he has to flash. You have to be really careful because once they start chasing you down, you cannot escape. That'll be one big pick and the dragon to BLG.
It's a really nice play from Shun. Focuses the scuttle crab so that he levels up to 6 and is able to use the ult. Flash from Knight.
That's crazy. He thinks he had enough damage.
Win so far, has done well so far. Junja has ult.
He's looking for an angle into Bin. Bin just got Mega, so it's going to be coming down here sooner rather than later. Xiaoxiu just buying the time, and Bin realizes he is all for naught here. He needs to find an exit strategy. Going to use the jump, missing the public execution is Xiaoxiu, and Bin going to walk his way away. Can he get away? He will be spotted by the scrying orb. Vampire going for the double, gets that as the tangles hit, and Honkyu is just waiting on the other side. Doesn't even need him. Gala will get the kill, and BLG, they're falling apart.
Junja will be able to take Bin up here.
No
if he could donate
way.
this kill, it would be really nice as well. He will be able to donate it, but at least it'll be 2 right now. Tentatively. 2 over to JDG, as Shun will be able to stand here and take up this third one, unless Junja has the biggest mental of all time. No, he won't be able to get that third one, but Junja's still feeling confident
to be a body
to stick
fight
around
for the
here.
scuttle, though. Does seem like Junja's overextending a little bit. Does have Xiaoxiu right behind him. Junja waiting here. Doesn't really have the ulti. Doesn't have any way out. Heroic Entrance going to come in, but Shun had already found the kill there in the end. Bin is about to get Mega Gnar. Honkyu is going to be in a lot of trouble now, too. The taunt comes through. They get Bin before he goes Mega.
Xiaoxiu?
Now Knight is in a lot of trouble. Honkyu trying to get a little bit of distance. Here goes back in, gets the knock up, and the kill goes to Xiaoxiu. A double kill goes over, and he's going to chase down Shun. We've seen Ambessa's run the map before, and Xiaoxiu.
Are we diving this? Looks like Junja wants to. This is
doesn't have
hard.
Mega.
No Mega for Bin.
He has 3 long swords, 2 an Eclipse, and a Tunneler by Xiaoxiu. Bin will see. Well.
No Hextech, sorry, no Infernal Drake, no Mountain Soul. What's it going to be? Hextech Soul would be high roll of the century here. So much slow in AoE damage. Ocean Soul is not too bad, but JDG again with a dive.
I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Ben will lose his turret. He'll lose his life. He's trying to go Mega Gnar, but it gets locked down by the Tangle Barbs anyways by Vampire. And gold now sunk into JDG's pockets. Turrets down and about 2,000 gold up. Gala in some trouble now. Flash away from Shun. Well done. As the convergence will be proc. TP coming in. Oh, goodness. Shun knows trouble was coming. He immediately flashes. The rest of JDG on their way. Public execution right onto Shun. He has no exit strategy. He is down 4 levels to Xiaoxiu, and Vampire will get the kill onto him. Junja is running down Viper here, but needs to be a little bit careful. Yeah, the Encore comes through. Junja has to get away. He's healing a decent amount now, though, but it is going to be pulled away from by JDG. Still, will it be the difference? Like, Tabe having the inside info on all these teams, it just feels like it's paying off dividends. The preparation, the strategy is just there. And yeah, apparently, as Junja doesn't realize everything was coming his way.
There it is.
Gala now in a lot of trouble as well, and BLG have come online. Oh, Xiaoxiu just took a 1v4. Pop Blossom's going to do a little bit of awesome stuff here, and TP's coming in now. Xiaoxiu gets one, going for another, flashing away and dashing away. He's going to survive. Hankyu coming in with this TP. He's going to find distance, and he's going to find a kill with Vampire. Xiaoxiu is still alive. JDG strike back.
This JDG team is CC Chain. This is Mundo's kryptonite. Gala gets taken down as well. Anyway, little Vampire action on this Nico. He's now Ambessa, but Ambessa down the bot lane is doing a lot.
I mean, Ben's going to get Magna. He blocks the whole team. What a play. Xiaoxiu, you are a monster. He just blocked the ulti with the public execution. A double kill for
franchise player potential coming over from 2025 now. Down Drake, sure, but 3,000 gold lead individually for Xiaoxiu. 3.7k up for JDG. Remember, if JDG don't fight, BLG might want to farm. They might want time. But JDG with the stranglehold on game 1 once they got it. Junja takes a bit of a chunk here. But look where Gala is. He's so split up.
Junja's just playing with them, waiting for Hankyu to get the angle on him now. Viper in a 1v1 needs to be saved here. Heroic entrance coming in. The Pop Blossom not going to be enough to get Viper. Viper is still free and dandy, but here comes Xiaoxiu. He's going straight for Viper, straight for the Fangs, and he's found him. A 1v1 against the top lane. You're never going to win that as an ADC, and he will be taken down. JDG dropping BLG down a peg and trying to make this group ascend a little bit close.
This is like, feels like release Ambessa, you know, when no one really knew what she was doing and 1 HP, nice. Lane graciously lose, now they're up 600 gold, which is a bit...
The catch,
Viper's just dead
they found
again.
Viper at just 100 to 0 before he can even do anything. He had barrier, but I don't think it mattered. JDG find another moment to capitalize on BLG's weaknesses. A turret will go down as well, and this lead is ballooning. Xiaoxiu is just God among men.
I don't want to downplay Xiaoxiu. You have to hit it.
A lot of these mistakes, a lot of these positions from BLG comes from a good place, but you just have a couple overextensions like right here where Viper was pushing up into the wave, and now all of BLG is caught with no turrets, no defense, and no nothing. That's going to be a big pick straight onto on. Viper will make it away, but that's ahead of all these fights, ahead of all these advantages that JDG has.
You can't disrespect this JDG roster. You cannot disrespect them by walking up mid like that with no vision in the brush. Look at the map. Is to give up any dragons so far?
And if this continues to be true, okay, Xiaoxiu just finds on at the tip of his weapon. And that'll be another big pick. Viper's trying to chase down Hankyu, but can't do so in the face of Xiaoxiu. Junja going to walk back over to the dragon. This dragon will be forfeit by BLG, so there goes a third ocean dragon to JDG. And at this point, they got to start thinking when they want to start threatening Baron.
There is just nothing.
If this remains to be true and JDG win, how mind-boggling is it that BLG wiped the floor with every single other team in the league, at least in Group Ascend, and they lose twice 2-0 to JDG? We'll see if they can close that one out. Junja's being ran down now by Viper and BLG. Here comes the heroic entrance. All they need is Xiaoxiu to find an entrance onto the backline. Xiaoxiu is here. He's chunking down Shun. Big pop blossom on 2. Public execution right onto Viper, and Viper is no longer in the fight. Gets flashed on by Junja. Junja gets the kill there in the end. Bin is trying to do something, but he has no more net Meganar, and now Xiaoxiu has found his promise yet again. He finds another kill, and JDG will walk away a little bit hurt, a little bit bleeding, but still on the better of it.
Respect to BLG for giving it a go.
Okay, that was close.
They cannot take down Junja. JDG can just do whatever they want, Mazel. They're just walking in under tower. Honky will die. Xiaoshu, there's a big shutdown.
Does. It's a lot of gold.
Oh, but it's on.
It went over to On.
On took it. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
That is brutal. So tell me how BLG approaches this one, because you don't want to give an Ocean Soul to this team comp.
Wards would be a great start, but how do you set them up? Bin is still down.
Can't.
Vampire.
You get double clicked by this pop blossom of Vampire, getting hit by the Tangle Barbs as well, but a lot of damage from Knight. Right back. Xiaoxiu misses the public execution, and now Junja will be ran down. There's the ulti from Shun. Heroic entrance coming back in to try to save the day. A lot of healing from Junja once he popped his ultimate. Xiaoxiu is still waiting in the wings.
This is a lose the game play here if this doesn't work out, but BLG, they have to make it.
BLG going to force the hand. Bin goes for the Meganar ulti. Will be down Meganar now. Going on to On, but Honkyu trying to split focus. Junja in the pit. It's not going to go. Shun ends up getting the parent, and now BLG feel like they can maybe fight their way out of this one. JDG back away from the pit, and that's going to be a big pickup from BLG. Knight can't get picked here. Xiaoxiu going to run him down now, but realizes Knight is pretty strong at this point, and JDG will be forced to back away, but there's another fight on the horizon.
Shun's ult is coming back up, but Junja doesn't have his. Xiaoxiu will.
Ooh.
Knight.
Xiaoxiu is here. He's going to get a full send from Shun. Xiaoxiu can't really do much now as Honkyu forced to back away. The ult comes through, but is going to just hit onto the clone, and now they found the pick onto Honkyu. Gala maybe finding his moment now, but Junja's just going to be ran down, and BLG find another pick. They are strong together, and we said it from the draft. No way we get 2 giant comeback games in a row.
What the hell is happening in the LPL? JDG overstep again and again. I was getting ready to say, okay, the Baron is taken by BLG, but JDG have prior around this Drake. It's 30 seconds on Junja, 20 seconds on Honkyu. Gala has ult up. Xiaoxiu is still 3,000 gold in the lead. BLG, can they end?
No way they win this. No way. What is this series as BLG claw their way back after a couple of overextensions from JDG?
That's what they have.
They're going to take down the turrets. Here goes Xiaoxiu. He's trying to get the last dash effort. Knight goes in, trying to kill Gala. Gala is going to take him down, though, in the end. Now, double knockup, but BLG still have numbers, still have strength, still have momentum at BLG. They will not be outdone.
No damage. If BLG can keep Viper alive, if they can get ahead in the early game, if they can use this Vi-Ari synergy we want to see from Shun and Knight, and Viper can... It's very hard to go on Viper this early when the Lantern is up, when all these tools are up, but Shun is here in top.
Little CC combo with a cease and desist. He is hit level 6 as well, and there you go. Bin will get the kill. The flash comes out from Shun and Bin. And Xiaoxiu trying to chase both of them down.
So, clearing that out now, but no cease and desist should mean this is pretty tough for Shun to get in. So it's the gold in top lane for BLG, and the first strike over to JDG.
Not too bad as a win condition for them as well to get some of those early dragons stacking.
Knight should be able to get through this before Honkyu gets too far of a lead. On is ghosting in at Junja.
He just swapped over to heal as well. They're going to try to get an engage onto Junja here. The CC won't land from Vampire. The Tempered Fate will, though, perfectly timed right when Viper was trying to go ham, and Shun will go down. Now the Arcane Storm is kicking. Honkyu trying to get back over to the rest of his team. Nice trying to chase him down, trying to find a little bit of slim pickings here. Misses the charm play onto Vampire. We'll get his flash out anyways.
Honkyu matching Knight here. Knight has no
Knight
more
can't
ult
really
charges
do
left.
this. feel like he's not necessarily allowed. He's
all the time.
Oh, he's allowed, all right. He's allowed. Knight, the golden left hand of BL.
Knight has the ult, but both carries for JDG still have their flashes too.
They do, and Knight will TP back to the fight. The Dragon's already gone, though. BLG's still trying to kick something off, but Knight's not even here yet. Hook will connect. They will get the cage down, but the Temper Fate has come over. Conq has to flash. There's a beautiful Moonlight Vigil from Viper. Knight goes over ham, though, but now he's got resets, and he is off to Reset City with a VIP ticket for the guy with the most MVPs in the league. As now we do end up having BLG surrounding JDG around their turret. Viper still has the Calibrum and was looking for a snipe.
They're still going. Nice shot from Knight.
Vampire's down. Knight won't get another reset, but On goes down. Shun goes down. Now Knight's trying to get another kill with the burn. Gala won't die. Viper flashes for it. And this is just BLG strutting their stuff on a JDG. A 2-kill spree for Viper.
A hard dive for BLG, but they make it work. Honkyu's here with the TP. Can he get anything?
He might be able to. Charm dodged out of. Really nice move from Honku. Going for Viper. Gets the kill onto him. Can't do it. Barely.
BLG surround JDG. We might have to get off this because back at live.
Oh, Ben. He's got the Tempered Fate on the turret. Ben has no protection any longer, but the rest of his team is coming. A little Calibrum shot onto Honku with the Gravitum. He's going to get pulled into the turret now as well. Get locked out, and this is the power of Thresh. Unfortunately, Viper was left out hanging. He positioned wrongly above the turret and will just die. Couldn't even use the death sentence there, or at least the passage. And that'll be a turret going down to JDG too.
Honku takes a bunch of tower shots, but it's Viper's positioning again. The bin dive is kind of par for the course on the map and stats. JDG on it. Shun herald over the wall for vision.
Maybe he's using it as a play during the fight. He can always be a little bit finicky, a little bit tricky with it. He's in the pit now. BLG surrounding. Big hook goes wide. Dragon is not the focus for BLG. They want to go for the kills. They want to get the reset for Knight. Knight looking for something. He gets a charm. He gets the kill. No! Tempered Fate blocks the Moonlight Vigil, and now it's going to be the Dragon secured by JDG. They turn the fight on its head. BLG miss everything, and they lose 2 bodies.
I have no idea if that was
BLG. They're behind at this point. They need to be proactive in trying to find some of these picks, and they do so, trying to get onto Junja. Junja is going to be the focus. Tempered Fate comes in, though, buying a lot of time for JDG. Junja should still die, but they might get a kill back on a Shun. The Arcane Storm has grown, but both junglers will be traded TPing over as well. Ben hasn't used his, so they're going to use this front line, and now that Dragon about half health here. JDG forcing the message, pushing the envelope, and forcing BLG's hand. Hook connects, though, right into it. Tempered Fate again dodging the Moonlight Vigil out. Vampire is forced into the fight. He is going aggressive, but he goes right into the face of Junja, and Junja obliterates him. Honku's Arcane Storm is coming for everybody in the LPL, and he has put down the greatest to do it yet again.
BLG get the Drake, but they lose so much. Viper no flash for any next fight, but JDG marching. Viper has time. He has the Infinity Edge. That is actually huge. Yes, they lose Baron, but the Tempered Fate, you mentioned it in the fight. It buys so much time and so much space. Gala has Infinity Edge. These AD carries are becoming very scary. JDG, find a catch onto On.
Find a pick. Maybe they can get him. They're going to try to take him down now, but he's got the team behind him. That's going to be JDG getting a big pick onto BLG, and they continue to propel this lead, about 4,000 gold up.
Huge gold lead for Gala right now, 7 gold. Very necessary, very worth. Huge pick onto On, though. It won't mean too much, but it will mean that Viper isn't as safe. Flashing into the pit is so risky like he did, and it negatively impacts their team fight after. He has to play so scared. JDG look scary when they're together. This Viper Bard, look where he's positioned at the back. He's not fishing, he's playing for Peel. And JDG will move forward and start to break open the base. Another quiet game here so far. BLG are not out of it just yet, but they need to find some life.
That's going to be an inhib down in mid lane. That's so big. And then side lane gold too. Going over to JDG with this lead continuing to propel. This Baron power play is massive.
How much more can JDG get? At this point, they still have a minute left of Baron Mazel. They're still pushing for more. If BLG go in and they lose, the game is over. I don't even think that has to be stated, but how much are you willing to lose? How much gold, how much map state are you willing to lose before you make a move?
Jiaosu is just the bait. Knight getting chunked by the ricochets from Gala. They're going to have to reset off this one. That's going to be another wave pushing for JDG.
What does Viper have in base? He's working on the Runins, I believe. We're still going. 30 seconds of Baron left. JDG want to continue to pepper this base down. Shoot's going.
They got the flank. The Tempered Fate
Oh my
finds
God.
so much. Oh my God, Vampire. The work has worked for you. You have gone back to the lab and come back a better Bard than ever. At this point, JDG can do nothing wrong. BLG are faltering. They are falling. And from great heights, the fall hurts that much more. BLG's only kryptonite so far in this first split is JDG.
JDG will prove that this was not a fluke. It was not luck. And they, in a tough, close series, will take BLG out once again.
BLG's reign becomes that much more finicky